Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Hearthstone. We're gonna do something a little different today and do a video that I have been planning to do for a very long time, and it's to record a brawl video. Yeah, the tavern brawls, the ones that happen every once in a while, and they introduce some wacky stipulation into the format, and then you build either you build around it or you use a deck that the developers have graciously graced us with. And for this one in specific, it's blood magic, where you would cast your spells with health rather than mana. And it has led to, well, this monstrosity you see right here. Although this build in particular is extremely risky because you're using your health, so you need a lot of healing spells. And there are classes that are way better at healing themselves rather than Druid here, but as I've come to realize over time, Druid is the cheat code class. They can get away with literally anything and everything, and they're gonna do fine with it. Now, before I actually hit the brawl icon here, I might do some last minute changes to have even more healing into this deck. I have a decent number of dust to make it happen, but I might not do it after all. So we're just gonna have to live with. I only have like 3 ways to heal, actually, now that I'm looking at it, but I either rock with it or we're just gonna find out and see if we win or die within the first 3 minutes. So I'll see you guys in the games.
Malfurion versus Queen Ashara.
Up against Mage, and this is one of those classes that has a huge advantage in a tavern brawl like this. So let's see who shoots first. Let's see who gets shot down first. And I do have a good chance because I have Ultimate Infestation, which will allow me to draw 5. So we can mulligan away these two and try to fish for the magical dollhouse. So the idea for this deck is I took the Barnes deck and just removed all the creatures, and then added Enranathal so that I can have even more spells. That is a little risky, but because I could end up, just hurting myself more than I actually kill my opponent. And we're after stuff like this, so there is that. No, and no. So we're gonna use Aquatic Form. We're gonna see if we get something. Okay, we get Moonfire. That's not gonna help, unfortunately. So we do this. We're gonna discover our cards, see what we get. Nothing, unfortunately. So we're just gonna get Swipe. And then we'll just hurt my opponent even more. So we're just gonna keep trying to hurt my opponent here. Then we'll draw 5, and then we will be happy with our choices. There we go. Alright, opponent, see if you can kill me. And then, or else I will have something on my turn. But it's Mage, and they have a lot of spells, so it's going to be very easy for them to do something like this. Okay, sure, I'm dealt 6. That's not gonna do much. Then 6 again. Okay, cool. And then 8. Okay, you have a lot of fire spells. Oh, good God. Then Pyroblast, and then Pyroblast. Alright, I think my opponent's got this. Wow. Not even the disrespect. Oh my God, you didn't even kill me with the other fire spells. Like, good God, man. You should have done that. So I don't think we need to do it that way. But we're gonna die anyway, so might as well commit Sudoku. Oh, we can't even. Yeah, if you can't pay the life, then yeah, you can.
What a wonder.
Yeah, I know. I can't do anything, so I might as well commit Sudoku. Let's move on to the next game.
Malfurion versus the Lich King.
Up against the Lich King. So Death Knight shenanigans, but I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do here. Question mark. Okay, this is a tempting keep. We're gonna need health here. Then Arcanite Revelation will reduce the cost of stuff by a lot, so it might help. And then Aquatic Form sorta helps because we'll be drawing cards anyway with Arcanite Revelation. So we're gonna see. I mean, Death Knight does have a decent pool of spells, but I'm not sure how decent. I mean, if that's all you're gonna do, opponent, then you have another thing coming. So we're gonna dredge, see what's at the bottom, then we can put it on top. I think getting Moonbeam here is the way to go. There we go. Then we'll use Arcanite Revelation here, draw 1 more. Aquatic Form is, well, I mean, it's not nothing. Okay, Living Roots as a way to get more stuff, and there we go. Deal 2 damage to my opponent. Then we'll Starfall. Then we will Moonbeam. Boom, boom. Then we did even more. And then we'll draw 5 and restore a bit of health. There we go. Oh my god. I can't... Oh wait, no, I ran out of time. But yeah, my opponent can just very easily kill me. But if there's one thing I know about Death Knight, they don't exactly have a lot of spells that direct at heroes. It's mostly at the board, and they use the minions to kill you off. So, no, I actually won't use Ultimate Infestation just yet. I'm gonna swipe, and then we'll try to discover a spell that will help us restore health. No, we do not. I guess another Ultimate Infestation, because why not? We are gonna be so dead. Okay, Magical Dollhouse is what I'm looking for here. We do that. There we go. We lost an Ultimate Infestation, but I don't think it matters. Then we do that. Then we swing in for 2. And then... oh, wait. Ah, shit. I'm out of health. We'll swipe. And I believe that's it. That's all I can do. There we go. There you go, opponent. I mean, if I die here, opponent, I die. I have a 5/5 zombie, though, so... That is something I can use to kill you, opponent. If not, then... Well, I'll just have to deal with the consequences. This is actually a really fun format. Not gonna lie. Getting the armor actually helped me there, but I believe the leeches are gonna kill me. Because I can't pay for life anymore, so... we just do that. Then... We swing in. There you go. I die, opponent. Good game. Let's move on to the next one.
Malfurion versus Anduin.
Up against Priest, and by the way, I failed to mention this like near the beginning of the video. Today's video is going to be a little shorter than usual, probably about only like 20 minutes or so. And this is a defensible hand. And the reason why the video is going to be short is because I have somewhere to be. As you can see, it's around 3:30, and it's really hot right now in the Philippines. So I can't exactly record for too long, especially in the summer heat. So we'll just, you know, pay 10 life, deal 5 to my opponent. We get that, we get that. I am looking for the dollhouse. We do not get the dollhouse. God damn it. Pay 2 life. Nope. I guess we just Ferocious Howl here. We'll draw 1, gain more armor. There's the dollhouse. There we go. And we'll dollhouse. Then deal 2 damage to my opponent. Then deal a couple more. Then deal a couple more. We'll restore a bit of health. Then we'll deal. God damn it. Ah, didn't make it again. I don't exactly have the reflexes to do these types of things. I do my best, but good God, some people have an insane amount of what they call it, API or APM. I don't quite remember what the acronym is, but there you go. The amount of clicks that you have to do and the mouse movements necessary to do impossible stuff like this. So I don't exactly have that, and reflexes have always been my biggest weakness when it comes to video games, alongside puzzle solving and racing games. So yeah, if you want to beat me in a video game, it's one of those things: the ones that require reflexes, the ones that require driving, and the ones that require puzzles. So there is that. So we just swing in. We'll use our 2 mana there because everything else costs health anyway. So we'll draw 1, gain more armor. We'll draw 1, gain more armor. We need something to deal damage, goddammit. Just a little more. There we go. Alright. That is something, but we will be down to 1, and we will no longer be doing anything from there. Let's just hope that the zombie gets as far. Or rather, the second zombie gets as far. Unless we draw into something like, say, the 0 mana spell, but we do not, sadly. So, that is sad. We do have 2 zombies that my opponent has to deal with. If he doesn't deal with that, then I might just win here. And we did! Holy shit, a rare win around these parts. Oh boy. Again, this video is going to be a little shorter than usual because it's really hot and I have somewhere to be later tonight. Let's move on to the next game.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
up against Warrior, and I'm not quite sure what kind of package they have that can directly deal damage to me, so I am quite excited to find out what they're gonna do. We should actually mulligan these two away, or maybe I shouldn't, because we need card draw. Yeah, we need card draw. Definitely need that. Renathal is just a soft brick in this deck, so we're not exactly gonna need him, but this is an easy amount of damage that we can do. Ooh, opponent has Moldara, but I am not quite sure why. this is a format where you would rather have spells rather than minions. So we're gonna see. Okay, immediately going to Replicating Spore. Do you have any more? Okay, Razor Fen Rockstar, sure. Verse Rift, sure. Gaining more armor. Okay, swinging for 2. Sure, that is fine. I believe this guy, yeah, you have an Ooze with Taunt. That is fine by me. How do we deal with this? So we'll spend a coin first. No, I'm not gonna attack. Good God. We'll Solar Eclipse. Then, do we draw? Nah, we're just gonna deal it to the enemy here. There we go. Then we'll spend 8 life to draw 6 cards. You know, just a casual 8 life, draw 6. Magic the Gathering players would know exactly how this feels, because we do that all the time around those parts. Okay, then we'll draw 1 more. There we go. Then we'll swipe. And then we'll draw 1 more. Then we'll deal 1. Then we ran out of time. But I'm not quite sure if my opponent can kill me here, because this is only 5 damage on board and I have 11. And I do have a way to search stuff and draw cards, but I'm not quite sure if I even have the health to survive up to the next turn. So we're gonna find out soon enough, and opponent, quote-unquote, restoring a bit of health. But we're gonna see. Alright, cool. Just swinging in for 5. Okay, having even more bodies. So I'm dead next turn if I don't kill him now. Alright, let's see what we get. So it definitely starts with this. And then we can pay 5, but we won't be able to do any more after that. So we'll just use Bottomless Toy Chest. We'll restore a bit of health. So that's nice. Allows us to reload a little. So down to 1, then restore 8, so we'll be up to 9. Then we'll draw 3, see if we get somewhere with that. Unfortunately, not much. So we do this. There we go. Then that happens, so we get plus 1. Deal 5. Opponent will be down by a bunch. Then deal 2. Oh, it'll wipe his board at least. So we'll live a little longer, and then we'll just pass. Now I just hope I survive. Oh my god. It's actually fascinating that you can't even pay mana for your spells. It's just purely health. I guess that's the challenge of the tavern brawl. So there is that. So I guess either I kill him or he kills me, but I'm pretty sure he kills me first. Let's move on to the next game.
Malfurion versus Tyrande.
Up against Priest, and let's see what they have for me here. We have a bunch of ways to deal damage and a bunch of ways to draw cards, but I am not sure how far that'll get us. So this is actually a defensible keep. We have 2 ways to swipe, and then hopefully we draw cards with Frostlotus Seedling, but if we don't, well, I guess we're fucked. I can cast Renathal on turn 2, if it even comes to that. Because I have no idea what it is my opponent is gonna be doing. It is Priest, so okay, that happened. I'm dealt 5, but that's all they're gonna do, I guess. So we do this. Malfurion's Gift. We'll get a swipe, and then we will swipe again, and then we'll gain some armor, and then that'll be that. Actually, we'll draw 1 card. We can actually keep going. So that's 1 mana. We'll draw 3. It's so fascinating that I am using all of my ramp spells to draw cards, and it's fascinating. So we use the 2 dollhouses. Then we do that. Then we'll try to swipe my opponent here. Then we'll draw 3 more. There we go. Solar Eclipse. Animation is notwithstanding here. There we go. Then we'll deal 2. Rather deal 4. We'll deal 4 more. Nope, we didn't make it in time. I think my opponent is still gonna die soon if they don't kill me first. I tried. Hey, opponent, I tried. You can see that I tried. I did get the 2 dollhouses down, and again, this is tech from the Barnes combo deck, and I just mushed it together with the Aviana version of the spell slinging combo deck, and this is the result, and it works. It fucking works. Holy shit! This is why people hate druid so much, because they can get away with literally anything. Rogue being the other class who can do so. Okay, they're healing. So they're healing for 4. Okay, they're healing for 4 a turn, so they're undoing a lot of work that I did. But they are down to 1 card in hand, so I think I'm still optimistic here. If we... Oh dear god, we're not drawing cards. Oh no. So we'll deal all the damage that we can, then hopefully next turn we draw a relevant spell, and I kill my opponent from there. But if not, then we just lose. So 2 cards in hand though, so it's anybody's game at the moment, and we do have Prince Renathal as a just in case. Okay, so I have 2 cards from the opponent's deck. I mean, they can use my own spells against me, so okay, sure. Thought Steal provided them a little more time, a little more breathing room, but they will eventually run out of health to cast spells with, so there is that. I think if I just establish Renathal, they just might die. Because Renathal is the only minion in the deck. Oh my god. We can't even cast that anymore because we do not have the life to pay, so... if they did just draw the something to deal direct damage to me, I mean, Mind Blast already does the job, or some other shadow spell that does damage. We're gonna see. I mean, if not, then Renathal's just gonna go coast to coast for 2 turns. But of course, my opponent might not even give me the time of day, so we're gonna find out. The armor is actually saving them, like, holy crap. Okay. Swipe. That might... Does that do it? Yes, it does. Alright, cool. I think we just won. By the skin of our fucking teeth. Hell yeah. Sorry, Tyrande. Your husband's gotta have the win this time around. Let's move on to the next game.
Malfurion versus Uther.
Paladin. Oh boy, this is one of those classes that can succeed in this format pretty well because they have healing and creature buffing. So this is a decent hand. It will allow us to draw cards and deal a bit of damage along the way. I would prefer to have Magical Dollhouse in hand, but I just hope that we're gonna draw into it. 40 health is a lot to work with, so that is definitely something. Let's see. I am going first, so I just might kill my opponent first, and that's just me being extremely optimistic. So we draw 1 card. Let's see what we get. We draw 1 more card. Justice has come indeed, so we're gonna see what happens here, opponent. We will double cast, deal 2 damage right at my opponent's face. Then while that animation is happening, we're gonna try to search for something here. There we go. Then we get Ultimate Infestation, so we draw 5, then gain a bit of armor to hopefully protect myself against my opponent. We draw 1 more. There we go. Then we see what's at the bottom of the deck. We get Moonfire, sure. There we go, and I believe we nearly ran out of time. No, yeah, we definitely ran out of time. But my opponent could potentially be dead next turn, if they even allow me to do so. If not, I might just be the one who's dead here. Yeah, this is the one that I've been seeing. I have actually been playing this deck off camera, and this is what happens. Okay, I only have 1 minion in the deck, and
I haven't had a challenge like this in years.
well, that's one way to end it. I was so shell-shocked that I'm pretty speechless. That's actually, that one caught me by surprise, because the other version that I saw used a lot of buffing spells to just get the boar, the one mana 1/1 boar that has charge, and then buff it up to about 50 damage, and then they kill you with it. This one's different. This one uses frontline, so yeah. Paladin is a broken-ass class. Let's move on to the next game.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
up against Jaina. So mage, and we could be dead in 2 turns. But with a hand like this, again, I just hope that I draw into Magical Dollhouse so that we can have even more damage on the board here. But if not, then we're just gonna have to work with what the game is giving us here. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Nothing that I would want, unfortunately. So we'll just try to restore a little bit of health. Then we'll deal 10 damage to my opponent here. Then we'll draw our 5. Let's see if we get something significant off the top. Not much, unfortunately. So I guess we just deal damage. We deal all the damage here. Then we do this. There we go. Then we'll restore 5. I mean, we just lost a bit of health. So there's that. Magical Dollhouse is a little too late there. 2 of them, in fact. I don't think I'm gonna do it this turn, so we just use Moonbeam, then double cast it, then we'll pass back to my opponent. Again, I could have gone further beyond, but I don't think it's gonna work out well. Because I cannot pay for mana for my spells anyway, so... I mean, unless you can actually pay for mana once you no longer have the health to do so. But, I mean, who would do that? Who would do that? Okay, let's see if my mage opponent does this. Okay, they discover 2 dragons, but I don't think... Oh, okay, it puts them into play? I thought it added into the hand, but okay then. I mean, it doesn't... They don't get to attack at least, so there's that. Okay, Starskell Constellar, sure. They have 2 mana. Or else are they gonna do Primordial Glyph? Sure. They're gonna try to kill the zombie. Unless they... okay. They definitely did that. Well, I guess I just got lucky with that one. But we're gonna cut it here, and like I said, I have somewhere else to be, unfortunately, later tonight, and we're gonna cut this video short. So that's just a taste of what the wackiness that Tavern Brawl provides. There were other Tavern Brawls where all of your minions are 1 mana 1/1s, but they still keep their effects. Then there was this one Tavern Brawl where I believe you have a random... The ones that make you use pre-constructed decks are the ones that are most fun. They're more like puzzles than anything else. And the first to solve their puzzle is the one to win that duel. So yeah, Tavern Brawls are a fun mode, but it definitely helps that they're not like a permanent fixture. They rotate the quote-unquote formats every week or so. So yeah, if you have the time and the patience, of course, Tavern Brawls are definitely a way to you know, just pass the time basically here in Hearthstone. If you guys like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.